back then.
Hey, when you see
Caitlin
Catherine,
Clark.
what advice would you have making for
I just
her?
love that she tries to stay grounded, and I think it's so important to continue to do what she's doing, and no matter what other people do, then if people are negative, it's because they can't do what you do, basically, and hopefully she'll continue to do what she's doing.
She's someone that I really, really look up to, and she's really one of the biggest reasons I am who I am is because of her.
Back then, well, when you see Catherine, what advice would you give her, Meghan? I just love that she tries to stay grounded, and I think it's so important to continue doing exactly that. No matter what others say or do, if people are negative, it's often because they can't do what you do. Hopefully, she'll just keep going the way she is. She's someone I really look up to, and honestly, one of the biggest reasons I am who I am today is because of her. Hello everyone. Welcome back to the channel where Hollywood glamour collides with royal elegance. Today's story has the world buzzing from tennis courts to palace corridors. We're diving into a revelation that's turned heads in both celebrity culture and royal circles. Tennis icon Serena Williams just made a jaw-dropping admission in her latest interview. Instead of dwelling on old connections, she spotlighted Catherine, the Princess of Wales, as her ultimate role model, and this isn't just polite admiration. It's a statement that's rippling through Hollywood and beyond. This moment isn't about surface-level drama. It's about resilience, family, and the quiet power of influence. So before we unpack this game changer, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for your front row seat to all things royal and star-studded. Now, let's serve up the details. Picture it, a powerhouse like Serena Williams, Grand Slam champion, cultural trailblazer, opening up about who truly inspires her. In her sit-down interview last week, Serena surprised everyone by brushing aside the usual suspects and instead crowning Catherine as her inspiration. This comes at a time when whispers suggest Hollywood is cooling on certain high-profile figures. Yet Serena's words cut through the noise like a flawless volley, signaling something deeper, authenticity over spectacle. This isn't the first time either. Let's rewind to 2018, when Serena was navigating her comeback after welcoming her daughter, Olympia. InStyle magazine asked her about inspirations, and without hesitation, she pointed to Catherine. Serena praised how Catherine carried herself, with composure and elegance just hours after giving birth to Prince Louis, calling her one heck of a woman. That wasn't casual flattery, it was lived experience. Serena, balancing motherhood and career at the highest level, recognized Catherine's ability to do the same under the world's watchful eye. Fast forward to today, and Catherine's journey, from St. Andrew's student to future queen consort, only cements that admiration. Her quiet discipline, her love of art and sport, and her commitment to family and service have built a legacy that icons like Serena draw strength from. Now, in August 2025, Serena's recent podcast appearance has reignited the conversation. When asked about her circles, including Meghan Markle, Serena didn't bite. Instead, she pivoted. "I've got so much respect for women who lead with quiet strength," Serena said. And then she named Catherine as the woman she most looks up to. It felt raw, unscripted, and real, especially against the backdrop of reports suggesting Meghan's ventures are losing steam in Hollywood. Executives, insiders claim, aren't returning calls the way they once did. Meanwhile, Catherine's resilience speaks volumes. After facing her cancer treatment in 2024, her return to royal duties, appearing at Trooping, The Colour, Wimbledon, and beyond, was nothing short of inspirational. Serena's praise echoes her words from 2018, but now they carry even greater weight. as if affirming Catherine's evolution into a symbol of modern strength. And yes, the timing hasn't gone unnoticed. With Serena's birthday bash approaching in September, speculation is swirling. Sources say Meghan won't be on the guest list, a possible sign of shifting alliances. But Serena seems unfazed. Her admiration remains firmly fixed on Catherine, a woman who inspires not through announcements, but through steady, dignified action. As Hollywood insiders whisper about fading interest in certain power couples, Serena's deflection and Catherine's quiet influence paint a striking contrast. In the end, this isn't about drama. It's about which stories and which women truly endure. Back then, red carpets and flashing cameras told one story. But Catherine, Princess of Wales, has always stood for something much deeper. Her legacy isn't built on fleeting trends or viral headlines. It's rooted in lasting impact. Her patronage of more than 20 organizations, from mental health initiatives like Heads Together to early childhood development through the Royal Foundation Center for Early Childhood, speaks volumes. Catherine's commitment isn't just ceremonial, it's heartfelt, and consistent. And it's this depth of influence that makes icons like Serena Williams single her out as a role model. Serena, a mother herself, sees parallels between her own life and Catherine's, balancing the pressures of raising Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis with state duties, speeches, and global representation. It's no wonder Serena chose to spotlight Catherine, even as headlines buzz about who made the guest list for her upcoming September 26th birthday bash. Reports suggest Meghan Markle isn't invited, sparking speculation of tension and rejection. But Serena's admiration for Catherine isn't about rivalry. It's about recognizing a woman who has redefined royal responsibility through empathy and endurance, too. Understand why Serena Williams, one of the greatest athletes of all time, draws inspiration from Catherine. We need to step back and look at the extraordinary journey of a woman who transformed from a middle-class girl into a future queen consort admired worldwide. Born in 1982 in Berkshire, England, Catherine Middleton grew up in a close-knit household where values like education, humility, and community mattered deeply. Her parents, Michael and Carol, weren't aristocrats or billionaires. They ran Party Pieces, a family business selling party supplies. From this, Catherine learned the importance of hard work, resilience, and entrepreneurship. Marlborough College, Catherine excelled not only academically but athletically. Field hockey, tennis, and cross-country shaped her competitive yet grounded spirit. Her gap year in Chile, volunteering with Raleigh International's conservation programs, broadened her global outlook and deepened her love for the outdoors. These experiences helped shape the Catherine we know today, independent, thoughtful, and unafraid of challenges. It was at St. Andrews University, studying art history, where her life took its fateful turn. She met Prince William not as a fairy tale princess, but as a fellow student. They bonded over shared interests, sports, and a mutual desire for a life of meaning. Their 2011 wedding, watched by over 2 billion people, marked her entry into royal life. But instead of simply basking in pageantry, Catherine carved out her own identity by 2016. She had co-launched Heads Together, a groundbreaking campaign to destigmatize mental health. Alongside Prince William and Prince Harry, this wasn't just ribbon cutting, it was real advocacy. Catherine worked directly with experts, schools, and charities, using her platform to change the national conversation. In 2021, she spearheaded Hold Still, a photographic project documenting the resilience of communities during the COVID-19 pandemic. It raised significant funds for the National Portrait Gallery and the charity Mind, blending Catherine's passion for art with a drive to spotlight collective healing. And in 2023, she launched Shaping Us, a campaign rooted in neuroscience research, proving that 90% of brain development happens before age 5. Through initiatives like the Baby Bank Alliance, Catherine helped deliver essentials to families in need, tackling one of the most pressing issues for future generations, early childhood development, for Serena, who has long championed maternal health, especially Black maternal health. This resonates deeply. Serena nearly lost her life after complications following the birth of her daughter, Olympia, in 2017. She knows the weight of being a mother under immense pressure, while the world watches. Catherine, too, has faced that microscope and handled it with quiet dignity. Even for Shona, detail the media obsesses over reflects Catherine's values. She doesn't chase extravagance. She repeats outfits, champions British designers, and supports high street brands, making style feel accessible. Her wardrobe isn't about indulgence, it's about responsibility. Compare that to fleeting trends, and you see why she appeals to someone like Serena, who has built her career on both authenticity and staying power. And of course, Catherine's connection to tennis is undeniable. As patron of the Lawn Tennis Association and a regular at Wimbledon, she isn't just showing up for photos, she's genuinely invested in the sport. Her visible support for athletes resonates with Serena, who has spent decades fighting for recognition and equality in tennis. But perhaps what makes Catherine stand out most is her humanity as a mother. Living at Adelaide Cottage, she and William have prioritized as normal a childhood as possible for their 3 children. School runs, family outings, and her candid photography capturing milestones all reinforce the image of a woman who, despite her royal role, insists on family first. It's an authenticity that cuts through palace protocol and resonates with Serena's own family-first values. Catherine's advocacy doesn't stop at home. Her support for arts education through Place to Be links creativity with mental health. Her environmental leadership shines through the Earthshot Prize, co-founded with Prince William, which funds global innovation against climate change. Since its launch in 2020, it has directed millions to visionaries tackling the planet's greatest challenges, and her diplomatic grace is just as impactful. On a 2019 visit to Pakistan, she championed girls' education, while her 2020 trip to Ireland showed her ability to navigate complex histories with poise and sensitivity. Domestically, she's taken on tough topics like addiction recovery, partnering with the Forward Trust to support families battling stigma. These aren't easy causes. They require courage, patience, and persistence. All of this came into sharper focus in 2024, when Catherine faced her most personal trial yet, a cancer diagnosis following major abdominal surgery. The news stunned the world, but her response was a masterclass in grace. In March, she released a heartfelt video message speaking candidly about her treatment and fears. Millions connected with her vulnerability when she returned to public life, appearing at events like Trooping the Colour and Wimbledon. Her resilience became an inspiration not just to the UK, but globally. Serena, who herself survived life-threatening health challenges, would understand that strength intimately. It's not the glitz or titles, it's the ability to stand tall when the world feels heavy. Catherine's marriage to William also reflects partnership, not hierarchy. Together they launched Shout, a 24/7 mental health text service, showing how modern royals can blend tradition with innovation. living outside London. They've created a balance between global duty and family privation model many admire. So when Serena Williams calls Catherine her role model, it's not casual praise. It's recognition of a woman who leads, not with proclamations, but with consistent action. From health advocacy to education, from climate change to parenting, Catherine embodies the kind of enduring influence that transcends trends. In a world obsessed with headlines and rivalries, Catherine's story reminds us that true power doesn't need to shout. It's steady, quiet, and deeply rooted. And that's exactly why she inspires one of the greatest athletes of our time and millions more around the world. When Serena Williams speaks, the world listens. But when she openly names Catherine, the Princess of Wales, as her ultimate role model, the impact reverberates far beyond a single interview. It signals a cultural shift in acknowledgement that true influence doesn't come from titles or tabloid buzz. It comes from authenticity, endurance, and substance. By elevating Catherine, especially amid whispers that Hollywood is quietly cooling on figures like Meghan Markle, with reports of strained networks and projects fading from the spotlight, Serena underscores something profound, a preference for lasting legacies over fleeting celebrity hype. Catherine's approach to royal life offers a new blueprint for modern monarchy. She blends centuries-old tradition with a grounded, relatable style that resonates across cultures. This isn't the aloof grandeur of past royal zits, something far more human. From visiting children's hospices to volunteering at food banks, her engagements are hands-on, empathetic, and accessible. And that's exactly the kind of leadership a global icon like Serena admires, and why millions around the world connect with her. Let's step back and understand this more deeply. Catherine's influence on the future of the monarchy. Catherine isn't just fulfilling a role, she's reshaping it. Her focus on youth empowerment through groups like the Scouts and Girl Guiding helps shape a new generation of resilient, community-driven leaders. Through the Royal Foundation Centre for Early Childhood, she's leveraged cutting-edge research on brain development to influence policy and societal discussions worldwide. For Serena, who has her own ventures in health, equity, and education, this overlap is striking. Both women are committed to empowering the next generation, often behind the scenes, often without fanfare. Imagine the power of a cross-industry collaboration between them, perhaps a joint initiative on maternal health or youth sports that could merge royal influence with athletic advocacy, creating change that transcends borders. Catherine and global leadership. Catherine's reach isn't confined to the UK. Her work on global causes has solidified her as a forward-thinking leader. Co-founding the Earthshot Prize in 2020 positioned her, alongside Prince William, at the forefront of environmental innovation. By awarding millions to projects tackling climate change, conservation, and sustainability, she's shown how the monarchy can evolve into a platform for real solutions. Her diplomatic grace has also become a hallmark of her role. Whether visiting Pakistan in 2019 to champion girls' education or traveling to Ireland in 2022 navigate sensitive historical ties, Catherine has demonstrated cultural sensitivity that strengthens international relationships. This quiet but impactful diplomacy is another reason global icons like Serena see her as more than a ceremonial figure. She's a unifier. The Serena connection, and then, of course, there's the tennis connection. Catherine's patronage of sports, like rugby, sailing, and tennis, shows her genuine love for athletics. Her presence at Wimbledon is not just symbolic, it's passionate and authentic. For Serena, a trailblazer who shattered racial and gender barriers in tennis, this resonates deeply. by spotlighting Catherine in her August 2025 interview, especially against a backdrop of shifting Hollywood dynamics and reports that Meghan Markle won't be invited to her upcoming birthday. BOMBSHELL sent a clear message. She's aligning herself with leaders of substance over spectacle, and this is important because Serena knows what it means to live under pressure. She knows the weight of being scrutinized, the challenge of staying true to herself while millions watch. In Catherine, she sees a kindred spirit, a woman balancing personal trials, public responsibility, and motherhood with unshakable composure. Catherine's resilience, it's impossible to overlook Catherine's resilience, particularly in light of her recent health challenges. In early 2024, she underwent major abdominal surgery. What began as a non-cancerous diagnosis turned into something far more serious: cancer. Her candid video message that March, where she spoke openly about her treatment, connected with millions. Instead of retreating, she chose openness. And when she returned to public duties, appearing at Trooping the Colour and Wimbledonette was a powerful statement of strength. For Serena, who survived life-threatening complications after giving birth to Olympia in 2017, this resilience would strike a deeply personal chord. Both women know what it means to be vulnerable, to fight for their health, and to emerge stronger. The broader cultural shift, the narrative here, isn't about rivalries or exclusions, it's about evolution. Catherine's steady ascent as a unifying figure stands in contrast to the volatility of Hollywood alliances. As tabloids buzz about Meghan's reported snub from Serena's September party, the bigger story is Catherine's growing influence. She's redefining leadership in a way that cuts across industries. This is more than a royal endorsement. It's a cultural crossover. Royal poise meets athletic grit. Catherine's advocacy for sports inclusivity echoes Serena's career-long battle for equity. Both women use their platforms not for spectacle, but for substance, and Serena's praise highlights an important shift, that in an era of scrutiny and skepticism, people crave authenticity. Leaders who build legacies quietly, steadily, and with purpose. Catherine's broader legacy. Let's not forget Catherine's other areas of influence. Her patronage of Place to Be connects arts education with mental health support, showing her belief in creativity as a tool for resilience. Her work with the Forward Trust on addiction recovery helps families navigate stigma. Her sustainable fashion choices, re-ring outfits, championing eco-friendly designers, challenge wasteful trends, and set an example of responsibility. These might seem like small choices, but together they form a tapestry of leadership rooted in empathy, relevance, and modernity. Why this moment matters. So when Serena Williams names Catherine as her role model, the world takes notice. This isn't just about admiration, it's about validation. It's a reminder that true role models don't need to shout to be heard. Their actions speak louder than any headline, and in a world where Hollywood wrestles with shifting loyalties and fleeting fame, Catherine's steady presence feels refreshing. She represents stability, hope, and progress at a time when people crave exactly that. So what's the takeaway? Catherine, the Princess of Wales, has emerged as more than a royal consort. She's a modern leader, a mother, and a role model whose influence resonates with icons like Serena Williams. Her story shows us that the real power lies not in spectacle, but in quiet revolutions, the kind that change lives, communities, and even global culture. What do you think of this defining moment? Do you see Catherine as the ultimate modern icon, reshaping royalty for a new era? Or does this shift hint at something bigger perhaps? A change in how we define influence itself? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and if Catherine's journey inspires you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into the worlds of royalty and stardom. Until next time, keep serving those aces in life and let's celebrate the leaders who make a difference one quiet step at a time.